Now, with 7 First Alert weather, this is 7 Eyewitness News at 11.
On behalf of our great fans in Western New York, the Buffalo Sabres are proud to select Frölunda defenseman Rasmus Dahlin.
Yeah, Rasmus Dahlin, now officially a member of the Buffalo Sabres after the team used the first overall pick in tonight's NHL draft to snap up the gifted defenseman. Good evening, everyone. Yeah, the wait is over on a big night for the Sabres and their fans, both in Dallas and right here at home.
7 Eyewitness Sports reporter Matt Beauvais is down in Texas right now. He goes one-on-one with Dahlin minutes after he became the 3rd #1 draft pick in franchise history.
We're here with Rasmus Dahlin. It finally becomes official today. Congratulations, first off. What was it like putting on this jersey?
Oh, it means everything. It's been my dream since I was born, actually, so it means a lot, and I know everything about that city. I've been there twice, and I love it, actually, so I can't wait to go to Buffalo.
What is it about it that you love it so much? Because you've said that several times when asked about Buffalo. Why do you feel like you fit in with that city?
Yeah, you know, I came from a little smaller town, and it feels actually like home when I'm there. And also, I've heard so many great things, and I've actually met some of the fans, and it seems like they love hockey, and they're great fans there. So everything I've seen there is amazing.
Real quick, what can you bring to the ice? I know fans want to know that.
Everything I can. My competitiveness, I want to win hockey games, so I will try to bring that.
Rasmus Dahlin, first overall pick. Congratulations.
Rasmus Dahlin.
Well, that was the scene at the Sabres draft party tonight outside of KeyBank Center as the team got their guy. Fans really excited about what this pick may mean for the future of the franchise.
We just got the guy who's going to give us the cup.
He's called the Mosquito for a reason. I watched the tapes about him and stuff, and it just was remarkable what he can do. And I can't wait to see what he brings to Buffalo.
I think he's going to be great to our lineup.
We're expecting the pick.
I wasn't a Sabres fan before, but I think I will be now.
Yeah, and along with the fans, Buffalo Bills rookie quarterback Josh Allen, look at this, among the first to welcome Dahlin to Buffalo, taking to Twitter tonight to congratulate the defenseman and say, hey, wings on me later this summer. Let's go Buffalo. Allen, of course, a first-round pick of the Bills at 7th overall back in April. Complete coverage right now of the Sabres' big night on WKBW.com and the WKBW app. Well, turning now to our other top story tonight, some wet weekend weather on the way here in Western New York.
Meteorologist Autumn Lewandowski is outside with a look at 7 Super Doppler.
Yeah, you can see it out there. We still have some light showers to go before we get a little bit more of a lull across Western New York. Just a few light spotty showers here in downtown Buffalo. I should really call them little areas of drizzle at best. Taking a look at 7 Super Doppler, much of anything is through southern Ontario, through the peninsula there. And what we have widening things out is very spotty showers near Pittsburgh. If we put a little bit of timing on this one, it's going to take till almost 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning before that small cell reaches Western New York. So we've got a good lull on the way, but we are going to find some showers and eventually some thunderstorms working into our area on Saturday. We'll put some timing on it, show who will be seeing or feeling the effects of this rain on Saturday and even into Sunday. I'll bring that from the inside in just a bit.
Okay, Autumn. We are on Bear Watch tonight. Local police agencies tell us there's a black bear on the move in our community. People have reported seeing him in Akron, Clarence, Amherst, and North Tonawanda. That's where the bear was last spotted, in a wooded area near Payne Avenue and Daniel Drive. DEC officials tell us they believe this is a young male bear who recently left his mom and is in search of a new place to call home. Community members say they're excited to spot their new neighbor, and officers say the bear seems pretty content to mind his own business while he roams around.
Everybody's excited and wants to see it. You got people out on porches and stuff. It's pretty cool.
He did not show any signs of aggression at all the entire time that our patrols were observing the bear. In fact, at one point he walked along a fenced yard and there was 2 small dogs that were inside and they were just barking, 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 and he just kept walking like he didn't even see him or hear him.
He may seem friendly, but wildlife experts remind you to keep your distance if you see him. It's also a good idea to remove your bird feeders, clean your grills, and secure any garbage while this guy is wandering around.
Also tonight, a man is now facing second-degree murder charges, accused of killing his stepfather. 29-year-old Gregory Roy was arraigned in Niagara County Court today. The Niagara County Sheriff's Office says he shot Rudy Ray Rocket Sr. several times back in April before dumping his body in Cattaraugus County. Authorities say it happened while Roy was supposed to be driving Rocket to the Buffalo airport.
Our investigators here at the Sheriff's Office worked night and day on this case, putting together and really tracing the steps of everything that occurred when those two gentlemen left to go to the Buffalo airport on April 29th at 4 p.m. So we traced those steps down, and that's really how we put the case together, and there's an extensive amount of evidence in the vehicle that we have seized.
We are told there is both audio and video evidence in this case, but authorities say it could be challenging to identify a motive here. Roy has refused to speak with them.
Now to that developing story at the U.S.-Mexico border, where about 500 of the more than 2,300 children separated from their families have been reunited. But there are still hundreds more who are waiting on answers on when they will be able to rejoin their loved ones. ABC's Marcy Gonzalez has the story.
This 7-year-old boy now back with his mother after being separated at the border more than a month ago. One of 500 migrant children reunited with their parents since May, according to an administration official. But still, at least 1,800 more kids across the country remain in limbo. Among them, 6-year-old Allison Jimena Valencia Madrid, taken from her mother and being held in Phoenix. She's heard sobbing in this recording first obtained by ProPublica, begging to call her aunt. Finally talking to her this week.
Many of the kids who come to this country who are her age don't know things like phone numbers. They don't know their parents' full names, but that phone number distinguished her from the rest of the group.
The Trump administration still has no set plan for how to reunite families. And after encouraging Congress to act quickly on immigration reform,
the immigration system, it's been a really bad system, probably the worst anywhere in the world. We're going to try and see if we can fix it.
The president now reversing course, tweeting Friday, Republicans should stop wasting their time on immigration until after we elect more senators and congressmen and women in November. Marcy Gonzalez, ABC News, El Cajon, California.
And we have an update on a local fundraising campaign meant to help those families separated at the border. The West Side coffee shop, Tipico, posted on their Facebook page that they have raised $2,300. The coffee shop committed to donate a portion of all sales yesterday to the American Civil Liberties Union to help support the legal expenses for the families. They had some help from Beryl and Brian Kombucha and a private donor who pledged $500 to the cause. Forget your passport at one American airport. All international travelers need to get to the gate is their faces.
Yeah, next on 7 Eyewitness News at 11 tonight, we're looking at how facial recognition technology could make flying easier for everyone.
Plus, a local couple is about to hit the small screen with their savvy real estate skills. The duo behind Flip Out Academy shares what makes them different than all the other house flippers you see on TV.
But first, put your anchor down and stay a little while because we're hitting the water to show you an easy way to get your sea legs right here in Western New York. Watching 7 Eyewitness News at 11.
You are watching 7 Eyewitness News with Jeff Russo, Ashley Rowe, 7 First Alert meteorologist Andy Parker, and sports director Joe Biscaglia.
All right, welcome back. You know, we're heading into the busy summer travel season, and that will mean longer lines at the airports.
But imagine not needing a boarding pass or even a passport. Your face would be enough to get you through security. Orlando National Airport is now the first airport in the country to use facial recognition technology to process all international travelers. So far, it's moved people through security 15 minutes faster than the old process.
It's great. I mean, it's good. I mean, I think it's definitely the way forward. It's a much slicker system, much smoother getting through.
Officials are hoping the technology can eventually be used for domestic travelers as well.
Delta dealing with a bit of backlash as it becomes the latest airline to change up its rules for service and support animals. It's now not going to let pit bull type dogs on planes anymore. The airline says it's because of growing safety concerns. There have been recent incidents where several Delta workers were bitten. These changes go into effect on July 10th.
Tonight in Western New York development, one local lawmaker is reminding Tesla of its commitment to our community after reports surfaced that the company could close 14 facilities across the country, affecting 9% of the company's workforce. Today, Tesla confirmed to 7 Eyewitness News that no cuts will be coming to Buffalo. State Assemblyman Sean Ryan says the company received hefty incentives to operate here in Buffalo and has a responsibility to local taxpayers.
The news from Tesla that there be no job cuts means we're going to continue to move forward towards their goal of fulfilling their contractual promise to have a lot more jobs on site. The job cuts, if they had happened here, would have been a major step backward. Tesla realized that, and they didn't want to tangle with the community on that.
Tesla says it already is ahead of its hiring quota with 600 employees at the Riverbend site, and the company is looking to expand.
Well, a local couple getting ready to flip out on national TV. We're talking about Chris and Larissa Noggle, the brains behind Flip Out Academy. They teach people how to make a profit on vacant homes at their school at the Eastern Hills Mall. Their new show, Risky Builders, premiering on HGTV this Sunday.
It's a show, you know, flipping houses, obviously, taking a house and fully transforming it, but with a whole different twist. With my background as a professional snowboarder and our colleague Blair's background as a pro snowboarder, and she's the designer, it adds just this crazy dynamic to it. I would always say it's flip or flop with Jackass kind of combined. It's very, very different than anything that's been out there.
Well, you can catch Chris and Larissa in action again this Sunday at 2 on HGTV. Sounds like fun.
Get your boat shoes ready because we are setting sail tonight.
Yeah, if the words keel, jib, and jibe seem like a foreign language, there's one couple that wants to help translate. So our Jeff Rusak gets on board with the duo that wants you to make sail time this summer.
Out on Lake Erie, stress melts away. And that's kind of the plan for Mary and Richard Bennett as they sail their boat Kronos on a breezy Friday night.
We can provide a great safe sailing experience with lots of room.
The husband and wife team own this boat and the company Make Sail Time. It's their third summer of chartering landlubbers around and even teaching them how to understand sentences like this.
We'll move the fair leads forward and reduce the jib, which is like reefing the jib under sail. It's very easy to do with a roller furler.
I think that means we're turning. Yep, we're definitely turning. The two work day jobs. Mary is a 7th grade science teacher in Williamsville. Richard works a 9-to-5 job in Hamburg. But sailing and teaching how to sail is a real passion and where they see themselves in retirement.
My best explanation is we love to sail.
Taking to the lake isn't necessarily the easiest hobby to get into. The Bennetts get that. That's why they think their lessons and charters make exploring Lake Erie more accessible for Western New Yorkers.
Hopefully they'll catch the sailing bug, because we certainly have it. It's just fun to be out on the water, and it's irresistible. Once you're out here, it's just amazing.
Make Sail Time has openings until this fall. And while you can just sit on the boat and eat cheese and crackers if you want, you can also be all hands on deck, like one couple from Indiana.
Mary and I hardly did anything. We just kind of coached them on where to go, which way to steer, how to release and pull on the jib, and we were out for hours and they did all the work.
So many in Buffalo never see this view of Buffalo. The Bennetts want to change that and want to make even more in Western New York love living by the water. On Lake Erie, Jeff Rusak, 7 Eyewitness News.
It was a winch and a winch handle that she was operating.
Oh, okay. Oh, got it. Write that down. Thank you.
The 2018 Ride for Roswell weekend is underway. 200 of the ride's top fundraisers rode the 12-mile Peloton from Roswell Park downtown to UB's North Campus. That's where they'll join the Celebration of Hope, a community-wide event to honor survivors and everyone out there who's fighting for a cure. The CEO of Roswell says the ride weekend is more than a fundraiser. It unifies the community around a common cause.
For the cancer patients, it says to them there's hope. We care about you. To the people that work at Roswell Park, it's wow, this is what my job is about. How wonderful is this? I mean, to the people of Western New York, it says, wow, look at this community groundswell of support. for people that are struggling with cancer.
The actual ride for Roswell starts tomorrow just after 6 a.m. More than 10,000 cyclists will ride anywhere from 3 to 102 miles. Since 1996, the ride has raised more than $42 million for cancer research.
Such a big event, such an important event goes off. Rain or shine, and they may be dealing with a little bit of rain tomorrow. Autumn Lewandowski joins us with the details.
And depending on which ride you're going on, you might be seeing a whole variety of types of rain, from heavy downpours to just light rain. Those Century rides, they last a very long time. Temperatures are in the upper 60s right now. We have an easterly wind right around 5 miles an hour. No rain at this point in downtown, but we just got over some rainfall. Temperatures across the region are going to be cooler through the southern tier, and that's where we're going to find lows in the 50s. Elsewhere, we're going to hover right near 60 degrees. Now, I talked about where we had some rain still right along the Lake Ontario shoreline, and much more so through the peninsula here. A lot of that was a little to the west of western New York tonight. So we've had some spotty rain showers. We're going to have a big chunk of dry time. You see it between Buffalo and Pittsburgh at this point. So if we're getting out there early tomorrow morning for those that are going to the ride for Roswell, not only those riding, but those volunteering as well, we're going to be dry for much of the night. By 5 a.m., there will still be some spotty showers around, and unfortunately getting closer to race time around 7 a.m., there will be some showers with us off and on, and by 9:30, some heavier downpours too. After that, we'll get a little bit of a lull and another round afternoon, and then we're going to find some time where we'll be in the afternoon hours again with these spotty showers. Temperatures are going to be in the lower 70s. It's a muggy ride, and if you're getting wet, it's likely going to be a little bit cool as well once you have if you don't have the rain gear on. So just try to prepare yourself for that. The day planner through tomorrow will be in the middle 70s, even some scattered storms. So let's talk about where those are going to end up being on Saturday, because we will find them around, even though we'll have temperatures in the lower 70s. Not a great environment for storms, but we could still have them around. So hour by hour, by noon, we have some of those scattered storms around 2 to around 5 o'clock, especially east and south of Buffalo. Some of these could be very slow moving. Flash flooding potential will be there. And then after 5 p.m., notice what happens. We get a lull through the evening and through much of the overnight. We'll still have some spotty showers around, especially leading back into Sunday morning and even into Sunday afternoon. So we're not getting away with a dry Sunday. We're going to still see them around. We'll be in the lower 70s for our Sunday. Monday, we end up right near the 73-degree mark. We'll be dry there and back in the 80s for the end of the week.
All right. Thank you, Autumn.
You bet.
Mr. Deline looking pretty comfortable in his new jersey.
Yeah, that's right. The event that Sabres fans have been patiently waiting for happened this evening. And with that, Buffalo now has a brand new franchise defenseman. And coming up next, our Matt Beauvais will check in from Dallas at the draft with his thoughts on the pick and the words of the Sabres' newest player. You're watching 7 Eyewitness News at 11.
Now, with the Chevrolet Sports Desk, here's Sports Director Joe Biscaglia.
I think it's safe to say that the Buffalo Sabres have been counting down the days to this evening when they got the opportunity to draft a player their franchise desperately needed, and one that provides plenty of hope that they might finally be able to turn it all around. Tonight at the 2018 entry draft, the Sabres made it official by taking defenseman Rasmus Dahlin with the top overall selection, a player that many are calling a generational talent, and at a position that has been a glaring weakness for the Sabres without a top-flight player that Dahlin could become. For his thoughts on the pick, we head now to Dallas and Matt Beauvais. Matt?
Like finally put on Buffalo Sabres jersey. I've been there twice and I love that city, and yeah, I can't wait to get everything started actually.
Yeah, safe to say Sabres fans can't wait either. This was obviously not a surprise, but that doesn't mean it wasn't an emotional evening for just the third #1 pick in franchise history.
Like finally put on Buffalo Sabres jersey. I've been there twice and I love that city, and yeah, I can't wait to get everything started actually.
So now that it's official, what can Sabres fans expect? Quite frankly, a player Buffalo has never seen before. Dahlin can control the pace of play at both ends of the ice. He's an exceptional skater that has elite offensive ability while still bringing a physical presence to the defensive side of the game. And as for the pressure that comes with being a #1 overall pick, well, he's trying not to think about that.
Unge Dahlin med skott i mål!
I haven't think about it in that way. The only thing I can do is to bring all I can to that team to win hockey games, and I'm super excited to do that.
Sabres fans certainly won't have to wait long to get a glimpse of their newest Swede boy. See what I did there? Swede boy. Sabres development camp begins next Wednesday at Harbor Center. Deline will be the center of attention. Everybody knows that. But you know what didn't happen tonight? A big trade. We've been talking about these rumors for a long, long time. Ryan O'Reilly, Sam Reinhart, Rasmus Ristolainen, all still on the team. Does that mean a trade won't happen? No. Something could happen tomorrow or maybe next week. But as for now, no major shakeups. At the NHL draft in Dallas, Matt Bove, 7 Eyewitness Sports.
All right, thanks, Matt. Well, just as they did tonight, the Sabres will kick things off yet again for the second and final day of the draft tomorrow. They have the top pick in the second round, 32nd overall. They've got nothing in the third. Then they have the top pick in rounds 4 through 7, along with an additional late 4th round pick. The draft resumes tomorrow at 11 in the morning. And one other note, as of this moment in time, the Buffalo Sabres still have Ryan O'Reilly on their roster. Despite all the rumors, as Matt said, surrounding his name, he'll continue to be a buzz name for the next week plus in the build-up to the start of free agency on July 1st. Well, from one draft to another, former St. Bonaventure star Jalen Adams has landed on his feet with the NBA. It's coming up next. You're watching 7 Eyewitness News at 11. Jalen Adams is headed to the NBA after not getting drafted last night. The former Bonnie has signed a 2-way deal with the Atlanta Hawks. That means he can play up to 45 games in the NBA and will spend the rest of his season in the developmental G League. The Hawks G League team is in Erie, Pennsylvania.
Hey, wishing them all the best.
Yeah, good luck.
Awesome.
Good luck.
Take 7 Eyewitness News everywhere. The news continues on Facebook and our WKBW app.
Jimmy Kimmel Live up next. Have a great weekend. See you soon.